I cannot force myself to be positive all the time. Emotions are meant to be guided by our common sense, not the other way around. I had no idea that bottled up emotions were like a ticking time bomb. Who cares what other people say about you? You do not stay around the trash after throwing it, right? It stinks. Who is she anyway? Hello strong people, welcome to my series on starting the journey to stop self-hatred. This is my 16th day of encouraging people to stop hating themselves. Bismillah, let's begin things I can and cannot do when I'm struggling with self-hatred. Okay my friends, before we dive in, let me remind you something. It is okay to accept that you're in the middle of stress caused by self-hatred. But it is not okay to stay there. It is not okay to recognize your distress, but choose the comfort of it instead of trying to get up and out of it. So the whole point of this video is that first, I don't want you to feel alone or ashamed about what you're going through. I want to encourage you to acknowledge it. Second, I want you to realize that as I share the things I can and cannot do during these moments, you might feel less guilty and start understanding yourself better. So you will stop overthinking about what happened and what is happening right now, or you will stop overthinking what's going to happen. So here are the things I cannot do when I'm stressed or self-hatred or you're in pain. And you know what? That is okay. First, I cannot think or focus well. All the pain, all the hatred and overthinking I carry make it hard for me to sleep. Make it hard for me to sleep well, to eat well, even just to exist without worrying. All of that becomes fog that causes my brain. My mind cannot function at its full potential because a part of me feels broken, and that brokenness makes it harder for the rest of me to support my own well-being. Second, I cannot force myself to be positive all the time. There is a mass negativity rooted deep in my self-hatred. I hate myself. I hate everything around me. So I see the world, I see the people in it through the lens of that pain. So when someone is mean to you, sometimes they're just projecting their own negativity outward. Third, I cannot look people in the eye without panicking. Most of the hate I carry comes from people who have been harsh to me. Like, she said I was ugly. I believed her. She said I was stupid. I believed her. So it made me scared to meet people's eyes, thinking that the judgment and criticisms that might come from them. Fourth, I cannot always explain how I feel right away. It's because every feeling I have is often tied to old and unresolved pain. So even if the issue seems small and simple, it can still hurt me deeply because I'm already carrying wounds from the past. And lastly, I cannot control the fluctuation of my emotions. It's because I let my emotions take over my body. So when that happens, they act out in ways I cannot control. Emotions are meant to be guided by our common sense, not the other way around, where our minds are controlled by how we feel. So when that balance is lost, emotions start to flow in unpredictable and overwhelming ways. In contrast, here are things I can do when I'm stressed. First, I can cry instantly without specific reason. Everything can easily trigger the pain, trigger the tears I'm already carrying. That pain runs deep and only grows deeper when something reminds me of it day by day. Back then, I didn't cry just because something hurt me. I cried because I didn't know how to handle or to process all those emotions at once. I had no idea that bottled up emotions were like a ticking time bomb. It's going to explode once it runs out of space. My emotional flow is deeply tied to my mental state. So every little thing can easily trigger my anxiety. So even something as simple as someone giving me a side eye could make me cry. Sometimes I thought that I was overreacting, but it's because I've already been wounded like that before and I haven't healed from it yet. So that's why my emotion had been so unstable back then. It felt like I'd been under pressure for so long that even the smallest touch could shake everything inside me. Next, I can't think what thoughts I shouldn't think. This is the most dangerous part because I used to think so wildly that I hurt myself by manipulating my own mind to believe I deserved the pain. I even hurt myself physically. Back then, I was too young to understand this thing. I was too young to understand and realize many things, including this thing. I always thought I needed people in order to feel loved. I always thought I needed their validation to feel worthy. So when they said things like, "Oh, you're ugly. Oh my god, you're so stupid. You shouldn't have been born. You're so low class, this and that," I accepted those words as truth because back then I thought I needed those people, and those people are always telling the truth. So, since I believed the truth that I was a man to live, it hurt me deeply. I couldn't stop crying because of it. I couldn't stop the ache I carried in my chest. So I hurt myself to try to divert the mental pain into physical pain. Looking back now, I only doubled my pain. But at that time, I got addicted to self-harm. I did it again in the next day. I was sad to admit this, but I kind of understand myself back then. It wasn't because the physical pain made the mental pain disappear. It was because I was trying to release my emotions through the punches I hit to my stomach or thigh, or through pinching my belly because someone said it's big or distended. I had trouble falling asleep, right? So when I did that, I do it before bed, and after hurting myself, I feel so tired and exhausted that I could finally sleep soundly at night. And that was sad. Next, I can be open to harsh words because I think I deserve them. I'm confused too. Because back then, when people intimidated me, when they degraded me, hurt me with their words, I was too afraid to defend myself. Like, I was too scared to stand up for myself. I was scared because I was alone. No one in the classroom stood up for me, so I chose to accept it even though deep down I was hurting like crazy. But I kept denying the pain, the denial was even stronger. Telling myself things like, it is better off this way. I have no choice, I deserve this. All those thoughts become my alibis, and in the end, they just piled up more and more hatred toward myself. Honestly, I can be easier to pessimist than optimist for myself. Yes, because I literally swallowed their words without digesting them first. Like, I completely believe in what they said. I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm unworthy. I used to believe that. I did that without realizing what it could cost me in the long run. I ended up getting used to doubting myself. I used to be afraid to talk with people. I used to avoid mirrors. I used to cry out of anxiety. I used to believe I cannot do things because they are too hard for someone as stupid as me. I also believed back then that I'm not worthy of love and kindness. And this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Don't make the same mistake like I did. It is true, the self-hatred is the hate we earn and learn from outside and then hold within ourselves to hurt us from the inside. Even though it might be caused by other people, it's still us who suffer the most. But here's the thing, we cannot let these things stop us from reaching our highest, most peaceful state. So what if we are in pain? So what? We can heal from it anyway. So what if we are in the middle of distress? It's not like we're going to drown in failure forever. We can always get back up. Who cares what other people say about you? Who cares if she said I was ugly, stupid, or unworthy of living? Who is she anyway? She's just another human being, right? If only back then I realized this. So if you were in the same shoes as I was back then in high school, know this. Those people had no right to judge you. They had no right to intimidate you, to degrade you, to insult you, or to treat you harshly. No one has the right to say those things to anyone. If someone did these things to you, stand up for yourself. Please stand up for yourself. Defend yourself. Tell them, who are you to judge me? You're just like me, a human who wants to feel something. But me, I don't degrade others just to feel human like you. Whatever harsh things people say about you, realize this, you do not deserve that kind of treatment. And those people don't deserve you. Stand up for yourself and walk away. You do not stay around the trash after throwing it, right? It stinks. And if you stay there long enough, you become part of it. Part of the trash. So throw the trash out and walk away. Remind yourself, this is my life. It's my responsibility. This is my life and no one else can claim it. You deserve real, honest love and people who truly care. Even though these things takes time, I know. So please take yours mindfully. It doesn't matter what people see in our lives. What truly matters is how we feel about our lives. You know, it is okay if you tend to panic and feel anxious. I've been there too. And I survived all those nightmares. So you can too. All the things I cannot and can do that I shared earlier, they can change. They can heal. When life gives you problem, God will always provide and show you the way to the solution. So don't be sad or think you cannot change. That is wrong. Because you can. Be brave enough to change the situation around you. Be bold enough to stand up for your worth. Because in those cannot and can do list, I can give you another set cannot and can do as a reminder and also as a solution. So if you're in pain, you're in stress, or you're in self-hatred, listen to this. You cannot lose hope in God. You cannot let your emotions control you. You cannot let people's word or treatment dictate your mental state. You cannot let random thoughts trigger you. You cannot stay calm when facing intimidation. Stand up for yourself. You cannot let shaitan laugh at you while you dwell in hopelessness and negativity. You cannot silence your wounds by denying them. You cannot welcome and nurture your pain as if it's meant for you, because it's not. You cannot drown in despair. You cannot stay stuck in the realm of anxiety, fear, and confusion. If the cannot list doesn't lift you up just yet, here's a list of can do. You can get help from God. All you have to do is ask. You can learn to control your thoughts, even if it takes time. You can train yourself to be more gentle and positive toward yourself. You can train yourself to be brave, bold, and badass, even if it takes practice and time. You can grow into someone emotionally intelligent and mature. Your pain is a messenger guiding you. You can say no to things that don't align with who you are. You can stand up for your worth and what is good for you. You can change yourself for the better. You can live the life of your dreams. There will always be a small spark of hope in even the biggest challenges. There will always be a solution no matter how many problems there are. But for those things to happen, it has to start with your own belief. You have to believe that you will get through your situation. You have to believe in God that He will help you through. And you need to be optimistic with yourself, knowing that you can do anything you set your heart to. Because if you want it and you believe you can do it, you will achieve it. It's okay to feel sad. You're allowed to. But don't dwell in that sadness, okay? Use that sadness. Let your pain become the fuel that motivates your growth. You got this. Okay, that is all for episode 16. Thank you so much for watching it, especially if you made it this far. What you guys think? Leave your comments below. And let's meet again in the next video, inshallah, where we will talk about make peace with your flaws, mistakes, and traumas. Let me remind you that I am so proud of you for today and always. And let's meet again in the next video, inshallah. Assalamualaikum.